What's up, rock stars? Coach Betty Rocker here. Welcome to today's lower body sculpting supersets. We have an awesome workout to do today. You can do it from home or in the gym. I've got a little space here on my mat, and I've got some different dumbbells here. You could use water bottles, water jugs if you're at home, or any dumbbells that you have around. And I'm also going to be doing some sliding moves today. So if you like the sliding, you can use something that slides on your floor, depending on if you have carpet or a hardwood floor or something else. As an alternative to that, if you have a stretchy band you could affix around a piece of furniture, you can also use that. I'll show you the demo for how to do that, maybe just something different today. I've also got an elevated surface that I put my towel up against because we're going to be doing some hip thrusters, we're going to be doing some pistol squats with an assist. So just something to have there for us to lean against. So in your house you could use a couch, a chair, and also just keep in mind that if we're doing standing moves, squats, lunges, those types of things, it can also be really helpful to have a chair nearby to hold on to. If you're still working on that balance and form, I always welcome you to use props to help assist you so your body can be in the correct form. Watch those Foundations of Functional Fitness videos. They're free, they're an awesome resource, and I made them just for you so you can work on your form and alignment and have that longevity in your practice free from injury as much as possible. So let's get started with this great workout. We're going to start with a squat to reverse lunge, so engage that core. Feet just about slightly wider than hip distance. Give me a body weight squat, step it back into a reverse lunge, squat again. We're working on form and alignment here for the first maybe minute or so. And it's an option, before we add any resistance to this, really feel free if you have a chair nearby, if you struggle at all with the balance or the speed of this. It's really not about the speed. It's really about the form, that your chest remains upright, that your belly button comes in and up as you squat. Imagine you're wearing a crown on top of your head as you come back into those lunges. And even as you squat, your squat does not have to be as deep as mine. You could be coming right to here, keeping your back engaged. But again, feel free to hold on to the wall beside you or a chair in front of you. That can be extremely helpful. Squat, keep that core engaged, step it back. Don't allow your knee to slam down onto the floor. You want to have control as you lower down. It's fine if your knee sort of kisses the floor, but we don't want it to be banging down. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of weighted objects, and we're going to do another minute of that move. So option, you can put those weighted objects on your shoulders, hold them at your sides. If you want to do a warm-up, another step in the warm-up, you could hold one weighted object right here under your chin, almost in a goblet squat form. So there are a lot of squats in this. We're squatting in between each deliberate, controlled reverse lunge, holding that core in nice and strong. Excellent work. Squat, step back. And as you can see, I've slowed down a bit ever since I picked up this resistance. So the body's working a little harder, muscles are integrating, nice and warm from our body weight warm-up. Excellent work. So good, got about 30 seconds left here. Hang in there. Squat and step it back. Good. Squat, step it back. Now, if you are really working on your balance, I wouldn't recommend adding resistance to this right now. I would recommend just holding on to that chair and working on your balance. You don't have to progress at the same pace as I am in the workout. I just want to give you lots of options and let you know this is your workout. You want to be where you're at. Last one, last lunge, and set the weighted object down by bending your knees to protect your back. Next up, we've got the hamstring pull-in. Now, this one, you can do it using your floor. So you're going to dig your heels in. My heels slide really well on this particular rug. If I had a different type of rug, I might put down some like frisbees or slippery box tops. If I were on a hardwood floor, I might use washcloths. Anything can work, socks can work. But what requires of you of this is that you have your shoulders back and open. You're gonna come up into almost a reverse plank pose, lifting and squeezing your butt. And then we're gonna drag our heels in, coming into that reverse tabletop. Now, if you find this particularly challenging to balance on your hands, you're welcome to take the alternative where you're bracing your back on the couch, and then you do that motion. So I'm gonna start with this one, and then the next set I'll show you the hamstring pull-in with the stretchy band. So let's get this done. Slide them in and walk your feet out. Slide them in, walk it out. Squeeze your butt at the top. Really dig those heels down, nice and hard. Keep your chest really open here. Hands should be stacked just below shoulders. You can make soft fists with your hands if that's supportive. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Awesome work. We're gonna finish this first round of our superset with a jump switch lunge. The alternative to that is fast forward lunges. You can hold on to your chair back as an option here for fast forward lunges if you're working on balance and lower impact today. For the jump switch lunge, we're gonna start now. You're gonna power up, you're gonna land lightly. Get your arms into it, propel them at your side. Keep your core nice and strong. Great job, come on. We're not here for long. So good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right on. Great work. Catch your breath. Walk it off. Whew. We're gonna come back into another set of squat to reverse lunge. So maybe you're holding on to something, doing that body weight. Maybe you're holding one weighted object below your chin, or maybe you're gonna hold 2 weighted objects, maybe at your shoulders or at your sides. I find with the squat, it's more comfortable for me to have them up on my shoulders. So here we go. Step those feet slightly wider than hip distance, engage your core, and you're gonna send your hips back as if you're about to sit down in a chair. Powerfully drive up, pressing the earth away. Squeeze your glutes at the top, send that left leg back, powerfully sit it back again, right leg back. Excellent work. Make sure those knees are tracking in line with your toes in your squat. It can be very helpful to have a mirror to look in, to check your form. Some of us with, pelvic abnormalities or imbalances will tend to rotate slightly, almost imperceptibly at times. It's good to be able to check your form, to check that stuff. Just definitely want to encourage you to do that Foundations of Functional Fitness workshop. Make sure that you have brushed up on all this stuff and can watch yourself in sort of a workshop setting where you're not rushed or just trying to do your workout. Good work, come on. So strong. Step it back, squat, step it back, and squat. Step it back, and squat. Last 3, 2, we're gonna finish with a squat, and 1. Well done. Set those weighted objects down, bend the knees, and we're gonna come back into the hamstring movement. Now hamstring pull-in, I already showed you. Feel free to take that variation. As an alternative, if you have a stretchy band attached under a stable piece of furniture that's not gonna move, you can also lay yourself on your stomach and make sure you engage blueberry spine. I don't want you to have an arched back, butt up. I want you to really sink your hips down. And we're gonna pull our heel up towards our butt. I'm gonna do single leg pull-ins here with this variation. You have the option to do the reverse tabletop hamstring pull-through variation. I just want you to really work those hamstrings. Let's go. Give a little squeeze at the top, whether you're doing the single leg pull or the double leg pull through. Keep breathing. And you may want to stop a little before me since I'm doing single leg. If you're doing double leg, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the other leg. Woo! Feeling these. Here we go. Looking good. If you've finished before me on this set, please do a little stretching in between or just a little light movement. You've got this. Maybe do some alternating low impact lunges in preparation for our cardio move coming up next. Great work. If you're doing these with me, I'm going to do 2 more on this leg. And done. Go ahead and come back up. We're gonna move into second set of jump switch lunges or fast forward alternating lunges with the option, of course, to support yourself holding on to something beside you. In position, up tall, crown on. Begin. Make sure that those knees stay nice and aligned with your feet. Get your arms into it, get a little height. This set, I want you to see how high you can jump. Just adding that as a goal is gonna get you even more winded. Great job. Come on. You're here for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. All right. Oh my gosh. Walk it off. You're such a rock star. Yeah. Remember why you're doing this workout today. Why did you come? Why did you press play? Oh, it's because you wanted to watch Bodhi sleep. Maybe that's why. He earns his rest. I'll tell you what, he played all morning. Let's go ahead and pick up some weighted objects. If you're taking that variation, we're gonna come right back into our final set of squats to reverse lunges. Option to go up in resistance if you wish. This is your workout. We're gonna start strong. Center of our mat, feet just wider than hip distance, core engaged, shoulders back and down in their sockets. We're gonna send our hips back as if we were sitting down. Come up, squeeze the glutes, step it back. Slow and controlled on the descent of the back leg. Really milking that quad burn. So good. Also getting some hamstring action here. Lots of pelvic integration with the glutes. Lots of balance and proprioceptive awareness happening with this particular complex that we're doing. Great work. And keep that core nice and tight. Good. I'm going slow because these weights are heavy. If you're going faster than me, that is absolutely fine. You know, use what you've got today. Work on your form. You're doing awesome. Thank you for showing up and doing this workout. There isn't one perfect diet. There isn't one perfect way to train. Lots of things work for us. One of the biggest things that's worked for me is consistency. Using different types of training throughout my life, using different props, body weight, using gravity, just staying consistent and moving regularly, making that part of my regular practice in my lifestyle. So we don't need to get so hung up on the perfect workout. Of course, there are lots of effective things that will work, but you've got to show up and be there first and foremost. Last one. Last squat. Get it finished. Oh, that was a good burner. That was the last set of those. Way to go. Right back to our hamstring pull-ins. Front of the leg, back of the leg. Nice little series here. I'm going to go back to the pull-ins. Create a little space for myself. Feel free to do the pull-in with the band if you enjoyed that. Now for my last set, I'll go ahead and start out with the pull-in on both legs for my first 2. Then I'm going to do single legs. Think. Yeah, that's so hard. Alternating sides, I can barely lift my butt up. Oh my gosh. If you want a little advanced slider action, go ahead and try that. It'll depend on how much resistance your floor is giving you, of course. And I'm alternating sides because it's really super tough. The point is, there's lots of ways to do this, just like there's lots of ways to exercise, lots of ways to eat that are effective, as long as you're eating, eating enough. Come on. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do 2 more each side. Last one. So good. And release it down. Way to go, rock stars. So amazing. Let's move into our last move of superset 1, our jump switch lunges. These are so fun. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Stand tall. Option to continue fast forward lunges. Option to hold on to something beside you. Oh my gosh, those last hamstring burners really did me in. Nice and tall through your posture and work on that vertical leap. Good. Up, up. You almost have to point your toes a bit to get that extra vertical height. Come on. So good. So strong. Woo. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I was talking and moving at the same time. That was really tough. Okay, you get a breather. I am pouring sweat. I'm gonna start replenishing and hydrating myself with a little Rock and Restore. That's my custom essential amino acid blend with all 9 of the essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. Studies have shown that the branched chain amino acids, which are part of this, do better for you when they're in the presence of the other essential amino acids. That's why I don't take a BCAA by itself, although that can have some effectiveness. This was what I found to be way more effective. I put a scoop of my collagen in here because it dissolves instantly, and it's a fruit punch flavor. Coach Nikki just told me she likes to put hers on ice with a little bit of orange juice in it. She loves it. Said it's an amazing combo. So I'd be interested for those of you who are trying this to tell me what blends you come up with. Trista Sibo, one of our amazing members, she sent me a video and she said, I'm putting mine on the rocks and I shake it up, and it was like a whole cocktail experience. It was awesome. Okay, that was me resting and sweating and trying to catch my breath and getting some very important nutrients into my body. We're gonna start with single leg squat practice. You don't need any equipment for this. You may want to have something nearby to hold on to, but let's go ahead and stand in front of our elevated surface. Now what I love about this couch is it's just at my knee height. So that's gonna give me something to sit down towards and aim for. Feet are about hip distance. I'm gonna start just by sitting down to test my position. My knees were bent at about 90 degrees as I sat back, so I'm at a pretty good distance from my elevated surface. Now from here, I'm gonna go ahead and use my left foot as a little kickstand. And this is a great way to work on building your pistol squat strength. So I'm gonna put 85 to 90% of my weight through my standing right leg, and I'm just gonna kickstand with my left toe. Then I'm gonna sit it back as if I were sitting down to that chair. Now, one of the things I want you to work on as you sit down is I want you to go slow as you can, as you come towards your elevated surface. Keep your core in tight, keep your chest up. You can use ballet arms here, have some balance. You could also have a wall next to you or hold on to a chair back, whatever is helpful for you. And if you don't need the kickstand foot, well, be my guest. Feel free to just do unassisted pistol squats to your elevated surface. I find it's really helpful when I'm warming up or just starting out to have the option to have that other foot down. Great job. Now, for those of you who are more advanced, have practiced the pistol squat a lot, maybe you want to go right away into wearing a weighted vest for this. Maybe you want to go right away into holding some light dumbbells. Be my guest. This is your workout. Lots of ways to increase or decrease the intensity. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch legs. Once again, I'm going to start my first few reps kickstanding with my right toe this time, sitting back, going very slow as I come down towards my elevated surface. How are you feeling with this? It's nice to have the assist, right? It's really helpful. And it'll give you confidence as you build that strength to slowly maybe try a couple with your foot lifted. And then you could put your foot down as you came up. Just play around with that. So good. Let's try a couple more. Great. There's a lot of mental challenge with this. This is a functional movement. A lot of proprioceptive awareness in our hips and core here. A lot of balance. This is a skill move. You're doing great. Last one. Awesome job. We're gonna move into a double leg hip thruster now. We're gonna still use that elevated surface. I'm coming over here to grab a weight and I'm gonna put it across my lap. So let's go ahead and position ourselves with our back against our elevated surface. For those of you in the gym or with a barbell setup at home, this is a great move to get your barbell going. If you know you can press through more with your hips, that's great. I've rested a dumbbell across my hips. Sometimes in my next set, I'll put 2 dumbbells across my hip creases, but I'm gonna start out here. Position my feet so that as I come up, I'm in a reverse tabletop. Lower down, lift up, hold and pause, then lower down. Lift up, hold and pause,
then lower down, lift up, hold and pause, great job, lower down. Now this next one, we're gonna lift up, hold, and then give me 1, 2, 3 pulses. Lower down, we're gonna do that again. Lift up, 1, 2, 3 pulses, great work. Lift again, 1, 2, 3 pulse, down, last set like that, 1, 2, 3 pulse. Now I want you to lift up, just 3 more reps, squeeze at the top, lower down. Lift up, squeeze at the top, lower down, lift up, hold this one, and I want you to give me 10 heel lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Work those calves. Great job. Go ahead and set your weighted object off to the side. We're gonna power through to the end with some jump squats. Alternative to this, full body extensions. If you don't feel like jumping today, you're gonna bend and sweep the arms up. Otherwise, let's go. Jump, use that nice squat form you've been working on this entire workout. Excellent job. You're only here for about 30 seconds. Make this count. Land lightly. Keep breathing. There really is a lot of refinement you can do with your jump squat if you're landing and you're shaking the whole house. You can land softly, which requires a lot more muscle control. Last one. So play around with that. Woo! That was intense. How you feeling? I am sweating buckets over here. Take a quick rehydration moment. Oh my gosh. It's super humid here in New York. Oh my gosh. How are your glutes feeling? Are they on fire yet? We're gonna go through this circuit 2 more times. So I'm gonna bring my other weight over here for when I'm gonna do those hip thrusters, but I'm gonna start out with the pistol squat to the elevated surface, round 2. Let's get ourselves in position. I always do a couple of double leg squats just to test my position of my feet, how close I am to that elevated surface, see how comfortable I feel, and I'm gonna begin. So feel free to do that foot kickstand or hold on to something beside you, or both, or just lift that foot right up, your choice. Let's go. Really work on that form. You wanna keep those hips nice and square in front of you. Let your glutes really do the work of pushing you up to standing. You're almost pressing the ground away from you. That's something I like to visualize as I do any type of squat move, especially one like this. Really nice work. Use control. Now feel free to stop a little before me. I'm just going to my own end feel here. Not even really counting reps today. I just wanted to feel how my body feels. So good. Last one for me on this leg, and I'm gonna switch. Feel free to do a couple more if you feel that. Feel free to stop a little before me. I'm gonna kickstand that other foot down, squat it down, press it up. What's up, Bodhi? What you doing? Oh, Bodhi. Okay, come on, let's go. So good. Keep those hips square. One tendency you may have, which I notice in myself, because I've crashed a bunch on one side of my body and had done a lot of rehab for my hips, is that as I come up on this leg, my body wants to pivot to one side. So really pay attention to that. Use your core strength to pull you up. Great job. It might be a different thing that you feel. It might be you don't feel aligned, or your feet are shaking, or your ankles are shaking. Use any support needed as you move through this. Great job. Last one for me. How you doing? So good. Awesome job. I'm gonna stop there and move on to the hip thrusts. Moving right into this, nice and smooth. I'm gonna put 2 weighted objects on my hips this time because I'm nice and warmed and ready for this. They're gonna go on each hip crease, so I'll probably have to stabilize them by holding on slightly. And we're gonna come up into our tabletop stance. Check our foot position. Are we at 90-degree bend as we're in our tabletop? If your feet are too close to your seat, you're gonna strain your knees. Go ahead and lower down, Lift up, brief pause. Lower down, lift and pause. Excellent work, lower down. Lift and pause. Really being mindful of having a nice flat pelvis here, really squeezing. It's okay if your body leans back, or you can keep your chin tucked. All of these are gonna be just fine. Lower down, lift up, squeeze the glutes. Now that I've got a little bit more weight, I'm feeling like I'm going a little bit slower. I'm gonna do a little bit of pulsing here on this one. 1, 2, 3, lower down. Lift, pulse. 1, 2, 3, lower down. Lift, pulse. 1, 2, 3, lower down. Lift and pulse. Last 1, 2, 3, and hold. Now we're gonna do those heel lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Oh my gosh, that was fun and super challenging. Moving your weighted objects out of the way. Gonna come into our cardio blast to finish this circuit strong, and then we're gonna go through it one final time. All right, it's body squats, jump squats, or you can do the full body extension, also a great option. Here we go. Squat it back, powerfully come up. Come on, we got this. Keep your core tight, keep your chest open, land lightly, knees track in line with toes. Sit your butt down, keep your back fairly straight. Good job, come on, so good. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, legs for days. Oh my gosh. You're doing awesome. Thank you for coming to work out with me today. I love it. We're gonna do the last set. Last set, best set. Have a little hydration. And we're gonna do those single leg squats to box. Pistol squat practice. Oh my gosh. Difference between an essential amino acid and a dietary protein. You can drink this during your workout because it's free-form amino acids, so it's going to go straight into your system and do all the jobs your aminos are needed for, like your cognitive function, muscle protein synthesis, enzyme production, hormone production, boosting your immune system. All of these things are really important. As we get older, I'm 44, it's harder for our bodies to utilize and absorb the protein that we take in. So that's part of why I started taking more supplements, just to help my body, in addition to all of the whole foods I'm eating. But your dietary protein has to be broken down by your body to amino acids before it can be absorbed. This is free form, so it's just a nice boost during a workout to give you that little extra bonus. It's a bonus, not required. It's a supplement, you know? Don't ever feel like you have to take them. It's just a nice bonus if you like to. All right, I'm sufficiently back to regular breathing. I'm ready to do this last set. You ready to do it with me? Here we go. Let's test our form. So a couple on both feet. Squat, step up, and I'm going to start on one leg. So option to kickstand that foot, squat, and come up. Squat, and come up. Option, of course, to lift the leg off completely and work with your balance. Just be where you're at. Your body's smart, and it just continues to get smarter if you give it a chance. We have to think of our bodies like a classroom, right? We have to take it through a progression. We can't expect it to be at the collegiate level if we haven't taken it through all of the primary school, right? And there are going to be times where we have setbacks. We need to go back and relearn the things that we learned before so that we can get back to where we were and even surpass that. So just be kind to yourself in the process. It's not a comparison with others. It's really just about being inspired and doing this together as a shared experience. I'm so glad you're here with me. Regardless of how you're doing this workout, you may be doing it with heavy weights, heavier than me, you may be going faster than me. There's so many ways we can do this that are effective. Okay, I'm switching legs. Speaking of effective, my right glute got pretty tired.
I'm ready to go to the left side. Maybe you went a little before me, that's absolutely fine. Let's go. Keep it moving. Just like I said earlier, it's all about that consistency. And when you combine the consistency of your workouts and movement with good solid rest, quality sleep, quality nutrition, with protein in every meal, with balanced fiber-rich fruits and vegetables, with your whole food-based complex carbohydrates from grains and legumes, with your greens and veggies and your healthy fats, you're really setting up a strong base that your body builds everything that it needs to thrive with. And of course, we gotta manage that stress. Exercise is a healthy stressor when we are healthy. If we're sick, we're injured, or immunocompromised, exercise puts too much strain on the body and we can get worse. So you can be done with that set whenever you're ready. And I'm gonna move on to the hip thrusters. Can you see the sweat just dripping off my body? Oh my gosh, I can barely touch anything. So fun. Here we go. This is the last set of the hip thruster. And just think about what I said there. Exercise is a healthy stress when we are healthy. So we just really want to work on all of those health metrics, right, that help us stay healthy. So we don't want to overtrain, we don't want to overeat sugar, we want to balance our food to support sustainable energy. Ready? Here we go. Lift up, squeeze, pause, release. Lift up, squeeze, pause, release. Amazing work. Lift, squeeze, pause, release. Lift, squeeze, pause, release. Now we're gonna add the pulses. Lift, 1, 2, 3, release. Lift, 1, 2, 3, release. Excellent job. Lift, 1, 2, 3, release. Last one like this. Lift, 1, 2, 3, release. Lift up one more time and hold. And we're gonna lift the heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, come on, keep that butt lifted. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those weighted objects off to the side. Oh my gosh, you're just crushing this. Last move, we're gonna hit up our jump squats or fast body squats. Are you ready? Just 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Powerfully drive up. Keep that chest up, keep your core tight. Land lightly. Keep those knees tracking in line with the toes. Throw your arms back. You got this. So strong. Come on, 10, 9, 8. Finish this strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Yes. Oh my gosh. Amazing work, rock stars. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and stretch it out real quick. We're gonna go ahead and stand holding on to something that's nearby. We're gonna pull our foot up towards our butt, stretch out those quads a little bit. And you can always wrap a towel around the outside of your foot and pull it up towards you if you're not able to reach for your foot super easily here. Great job. And hold this for a couple of breaths, and then go ahead and switch to the other leg. Let that sort of feel good. Nicely done. Catching your breath. And then let's go ahead and stretch out those hamstrings. I like to use my elevated surface for this. I'll start out with my right leg. Go ahead and put your heel up on your elevated surface and then just lean forward with a flat back, reaching down towards your shin until you feel a nice stretch through the back of your leg. Take a breath here, and then when you're ready, you can sort of fold fully forward, rounding your back, bringing your nose towards your knee. And enjoy this stretch. Feel that pull through the back of those hamstrings. They worked super hard for us today. Great work. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and do this on the other leg. Straighten out the back, hinge forward, reaching towards your shin. Great work. And when you're ready, go ahead and round forward so you can get a little bit more of a stretch for that hamstring. Great work. Oh, those hamstrings really worked hard today. All right, I'm just gonna do a couple of glute stretches down on the mat. So lay down on your back, draw your left knee in towards your chest, pull it up, give it a little hug,
And then release it and bring it over and across towards your right shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch through the glute here. Great work. Then you can bring it over and across your body, over to the right side, looking over your left shoulder. Enjoy that. Maybe have a couple nice deep breaths here, allowing your heart rate to come down, allowing your breathing to just come back to normal. When you're ready, you can go ahead and shift your hips to center and pull your right knee up towards your chest. Great job. Then draw it over and across to your left shoulder. Feeling a nice pull through the right glute. And then release it down and draw it across your body towards the left while you look over your right shoulder. Nice job. And then my last stretch for you is just a little figure four. So I'm going to cross my ankle over my right knee, and then I'm just going to pull my knee up towards my chest. Just feeling a nice controlled stretch through the left glute. Option to press that knee out and away slightly, even as you pull your right knee up towards you. And you can release that down. We'll repeat that on the other side, crossing the right foot over the left knee, pulling the left knee up towards you. Option to gently press your right knee out and away as you pull your left knee in. You can also do this one seated. You just sit down and cross your ankle over your knee and lean forward. Sometimes you might prefer that stretch. They all work really well. When you're done, you can roll to your side and press yourself up. Oh my gosh, you did such an amazing job with today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me. I had so much fun. Please feel free to browse my collection of healthy whole food supplements, of workout plans, meal plans, of course, Rock Your Life, which is my online home gym studio and coaching program. Tons of challenges in there, 30-day challenges to progress through, super fun. There's over 1,000 classes to choose from of all varieties, lengths, whatever you're looking for that day. You can just jump in and do a workout. We'd love to welcome you into our fabulous women's fitness community where we have women from all over the world sharing the journey with us. And the coaches and I are there to answer your questions and support you as you go. So it's a great follow-up to any of my programs. It's a great standalone gym access from literally anywhere that you are. As always, I'm Betty Rocker. You are so awesome and amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to drop me a line in the comments section down below this video. Let me know how you're doing, how the workout was for you, and any questions that you have. Have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.